In 2004, me and some high school friends put out an hour-long comedy DVD. Now this was all pre-YouTube, but by some act of Christ, the DVD survives. I'm gonna commentate on it now.
Danny, give me 4 reasons why I should watch your shitty old movie.
That's me, those are 2 friends sleeping over, and that's a paintball gun. Yeah, sit down, asshole. Let's watch.
It's about 1 a.m. and I'm here, and me and Philip and Kirby are gonna play some paintball, but they're both asleep.
First thing I'll say, my broadcasting skills were a little shaky.
And I'm here.
Assuming people know where here is.
Philip and Kirby are gonna play some paintball.
Assuming everyone's familiar with some jerk-off named Kirby. This gentleman wishing death from the floor, he'd had a rough 24 hours. This is a BB gun.
I'm hit. I don't just move your hands.
Ow! Oh, that hit my nose.
This is also a paintball gun, but with a plastic anti-riot prison round. My dad brought that home from his courthouse one night, expecting me to not, immediately shoot another 14-year-old with it. These are brass knuckles. This is a bicycle that's fastened to a post. Finally, we have another paintball gun. Philip here was our designated high-pain threshold guy, and it seems this entire weekend had been set aside for his abuse. Before we move on, let's back up to one thing.
I hope you guys die.
That's my mom. Doesn't that strike you as a bit of an underreaction? If I awoke to this soundtrack during my kid's sleepover, just for a second, I'd be worried. But no, she knew it was just more of Danny's video bullshit. If Philip was the pain guy, this dude Eric was our rag doll. He's like one of those fainting goats. He just goes limp and takes impact. Look at this. That's brain trauma right there. How do you even get up there? That limb doesn't look fit for anything heavier than a raccoon. Here's Eric sledding. Here's Eric sledding minus all that snow bullshit. You see that? There was a fire. That's all hard, crusty, burnt dirt. This Miles guy barges that in a t-shirt. And here's good old me. Watch, keep track of my head here. Look at that. That's rough on the spine. I hit a piece of glass during the tumble. Had to get stitches. Lighting a bottle rocket I mail ordered from the Midwest. I know it's tough to recognize me physically in these videos. I was lifting a lot back then. This dude Colton was really into the emo movement going on in the early 2000s. He'd show up in like eyeliner and his little sister's t-shirts, but then just do the gnarliest shit. So he almost dies there, but that winter he cooked up this scheme to come back and then ride that broken branch down into the lake.
Yeah!
I'll be fucked if that isn't what happened. Nice form, too. I want you to listen to something for me.
Made of plastic, not paint.
I'm fucking serious, Kevin.
Nice, I was going to bed. I'm fucking wet and cold now.
Notice anything?
Made of plastic.
Fucking serious, Kevin.
I was going to bed.
This video captures me in the caterpillar, the cocoon, and the butterfly stages of puberty. Before my voice changed, I had a gift. Horrible, I know. But it was funny exactly once. Number 23, Billy Shitstain Saunders at bat. Antonio Stillbirth on the mound. The 2-2 pitch. I don't know why I like that so much. I think it's because I like guessing at the conclusions these people drew about what happened in that outhouse. Snake in the teepee dispenser, middle-aged man curled up in the tank taking Polaroids. Here's me at the intermediate stage of puberty.
Oh, God, I'm so fat, dude.
So I used to have a real bad sleep talking problem. Literally every morning after a sleepover, someone would report that I'd sat up around midnight and started spewing hogwash. This night, it was caught on film.
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, God, I'm so fat, dude.
Where is it?
I gotta get my retract, dude.
Where's Mark Spiegelman? Is he with you?
No, it's mine. I gotta
What? No, shh, it's alright. Dumbledore's on the case.
No, I'm from serious or school. I gotta do this.
Your school?
Yes, I
For the school?
Actually, gotta do the routine.
Fuck, I knew it. I knew the routine would come in handy.
I'm fucking serious, Kevin.
It's good to know I can detect sarcasm in my sleep.
What are you doing?
I have to fucking go do. I have to fucking do that. I have to do it tomorrow.
What do you have to do? No, tomorrow's Saturday. You're fine.
Oh yeah.
You'll be alright, dude.
Lucky.
Yeah, dude, you're hella lucky, man.
Love it. The world's so controversial.
I know, man. What do you think about the Pope?
Stalingrad.
That exchange is a great example of the insanity that is my brain.
The world's so controversial.
What do you think about the Pope?
Stalingrad.
At last, here's me on the other side of puberty. That was fucked up.
Look, there's snow on the couch.
I thought I was going to bed. I'm fucking wet and cold now.
You hear that voice?
I thought I was going to bed.
That's a man right there.
I'm fucking wet and cold now.
And a good thing, too. I remember this trip to the mountains well. And I remember the night before was the first time I ever showed a girl my penis. She jerked me a little bit and I licked her cunt. What if it had been this guy in that bedroom?
It's made of plastic, not paint.
3 inches rock hard, girthy as a pipe cleaner. On second thought, that'd be kind of neat. I wish I'd gotten to take that bad boy out for a spin. It'd make me so much more appreciative of my current rig.
It's made of plastic, not paint.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Alright, somebody come here.
It's one of those bits where if it went right, it would have been completely useless. But because he landed directly on his spine, onto that little ridge of wood, it made it awesome.
Cody, where you going home? Coming with me!
That's our buddy Kevin who edited this whole video, abusing his power and asking some girl to homecoming with the video. That's kind of bullshit. We all put a lot of work into this. We sold it, we split the profits, and he's fucking asking a broad to a dance.
Cody, where you going home? Coming with me!
I don't even know if they went together. I want to say they didn't. I'm glad he got rejected. Earlier I mentioned how my mom was always caught in the crossfire of our video bullshit. This clip was a big part of that. That's Passionate Pat. That's our dummy. And this is me discovering an important comedic tool. When in need of a joke, just hump stuff. It'll get at least a chuckle. Okay, so I'm hunkered down filming in the bush. Well, Nick's up in the tree. Do people accidentally drop dummies from trees? Okay, so this one's key. So Nick does his thing. He scurries off for the forest. And this man...
I know where you live there, young man. I'm gonna have a talk with your dad.
You might ask,
How is he able to identify Nick?
he doesn't. He thinks Nick is me.
But Nick has black hair and is Filipino as shit.
We did this directly in front of my house.
I know where you live there, young man.
Here's a recent clip from my parents' front yard. In the background, you can see that fucking tree. And this guy was our neighbor, like next door. All in all, he didn't have to hire a private eye to figure the thing out.
Cat has been captured. They took him and they just left, so, you know.
He came and rang my doorbell the next day. My dad made me apologize. I was humiliated. But at least the man had the decency to return our beloved dummy. God forbid anything have happened to him. Let me end on this. Does it seem like a lot has changed since then? I used to see this video as kind of a holy thing. A record of the months I spent passing from the Valley of Innocence into the land of adulthood. I mean, the early clips are all sleepover grab-ass, but by the end we're egging people, we're getting liquored up before we do our stunts. You look back on your life and you tell yourself these stories. You see the forked roads, you weigh the assets and liabilities of the path you took, you commend yourself on your growth. But you know what? I'm a scumbag here, I was a deeper-voiced scumbag there, and now I'm a huge scumbag who can buy booze. I still piss off my parents all the time. Used to be dummies and paintball guns. Now it's collect calls from jail, text messages begging for help with rent. What'll I be doing at 60? I plan on being a successful comedian, but will I be jerking off in community college parking lots on the weekends? Let's end on a lighter note. Here's the best written comedy sketch you'll ever see. Good Henry, you're drunk again. Fuck you. Slap to the face. Scene. That's called economy of writing, kids. You ain't gonna see shit that good on SNL.